In the radiant city of Dubai, where the glittering skyscrapers echo stories of wealth and excess, a recent revelation has sent ripples through the criminal underworld. Raffaele Imperiale, a notorious partner of the infamous Kinahan Cartel, has ceded control of an island off the coast of Dubai to the Italian authorities. Today, we embark on an expedition into the intricacies surrounding this surprising turn of events and the potential ramifications for one of the world's most notorious drug cartels. In the clandestine world of organized crime, few names resonate with the same ominous weight as Raffaele Imperiale. A key figure in the Camorra Mafia, Imperiale's notoriety extends beyond the confines of traditional criminal circles. His association with the infamous Kinahan Cartel, a global drug trafficking syndicate, casts a shadow over his criminal legacy. As we delve into the intricate web of Imperiale's illicit activities and the sprawling empire of the Kinahan Cartel, we uncover a narrative of opulence, power, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Raffaele Imperiale, a seasoned player in the Camorra Mafia, embarked on his criminal journey from the unassuming setting of a coffee shop in Amsterdam. From these seemingly innocuous origins, Imperiale ascended through the ranks, establishing himself as a formidable force in the world of organized crime. His criminal trajectory culminated in an alliance with the Kinahan Cartel, a notorious syndicate known for its extensive involvement in international drug trafficking. Raffaele Imperiale, a key figure in the Camorra Mafia and a known drug trafficker, wasn't just an attendee at Daniel Kinahan's opulent wedding in 2017. He played a pivotal role within the Kinahan Cartel. Renowned for his involvement in drug trafficking, Imperiale wasn't a mere associate. He held a significant position in the international drug trade, marking him as a crucial player in the criminal organization. Adding a layer of intrigue to this already complex narrative is the revelation that Raffaele Imperiale had been on the run since 2016, living a life of luxury in Dubai. Reports suggest he was spending an extravagant $400,000 a month to sustain his opulent lifestyle. Imperiale's flamboyant escape from justice paints a picture of a man accustomed to navigating the intricate web of criminal enterprises while indulging in the excesses offered by Dubai's lavish surroundings. The Dubai island, reportedly under Imperiale's control, served as more than a luxurious retreat. It functioned as a strategic hub for the Kinahan Cartel's operations. Meetings conducted in the Burj Al Arab Hotel in 2017, attended by influential figures like Daniel Kinahan, solidify the connection between the cartel and this island paradise. The alleged cartel's near-complete dominance over the sale of Peruvian cocaine amplifies the significance of this island in their global operations. Imperiale's arrest in Dubai in August 2021 marked the end of a 5-year run and a life of luxurious exile. Extradited to Italy in March the following year, as the trial in Naples progresses, Imperiale takes on a new role: state witness. His decision to cooperate introduces a layer of complexity to the legal battle against the Kinahan Cartel. The Dubai island, now relinquished to Italian authorities, becomes a tangible asset in the fight against organized crime. As the trial in Naples unfolds, it unravels the intricate web woven by the Kinahan Cartel and its associates. With Imperiale now turned state witness, the courtroom transforms into a stage where the clandestine operations of this super drug cartel are brought into the light. The trial, featuring 20 defendants with connections to international drug trafficking, exposes the hidden machinations of a criminal empire that spans continents. Imperiale's decision to relinquish control of the Dubai island intensifies law enforcement's focus, both in Dubai and on the international stage. The outstanding arrest warrant for Sean McGovern, a close associate with ties to a murder case in Ireland, underscores the far-reaching implications of the Kinahan Cartel's influence. The visit of Dubai police officers to Dublin, along with discussions between Justice Minister Helen McEntee and her Dubai counterpart, indicates a collaborative effort to address the complex legal challenges posed by the cartel's global activities. The handover of the Dubai island raises numerous questions. Why did Imperiale opt to surrender control? Who will step into the power vacuum, and how will this impact the broader operations of the Kinahan Cartel? The lack of extradition agreements between Dubai and the EU adds another layer of complexity, leaving the fate of key Kinahan figures uncertain. In the ever-evolving chess game between law enforcement and criminal enterprises, the surrender of an island off the coast of Dubai is a significant move. The island's transition from a luxurious haven for illicit dealings to a contested piece in an international legal chess match underscores the ongoing struggle to curb the influence of criminal organizations on a global scale. As investigators piece together the puzzle of the Kinahan Cartel's operations, the story unfolds, revealing the complexities and challenges inherent in dismantling a criminal network that spans across borders and operates within the shadows. The association between Imperial and the Kinahan Cartel, particularly his presence at Daniel Kinahan's wedding, serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness within the criminal underworld. This alliance of criminal minds, spanning different regions and backgrounds, underscores the complexity of dismantling such organizations. While Imperiali's decision to become a state witness marks a potential turning point in the legal battle against the Kinahan Cartel, the core figures of the cartel, including Daniel Kinahan and his family members, remain at large. The allure of Dubai as a safe haven for individuals with questionable legal standing persists, evident in the ongoing presence of Sean McGovern, a close associate wanted for murder, within the city. Dubai, a city synonymous with luxury and opulence, finds itself entangled in the fight against transnational organized crime. The recent visit of senior Dubai police officers to Dublin and discussions with Garda Commissioner Drew Harris signal a collaborative effort to address the challenges posed by the Kinahan Cartel. The importance of international cooperation in dismantling organized crime is highlighted by Harris, emphasizing the far-reaching impact of criminal networks that transcend borders. Justice Minister Helen McEntee's discussions with her Dubai counterpart reveal the complexities involved in securing the extradition of Kinahan leaders to Ireland. The lack of extradition agreements between Dubai and the EU poses a legal challenge, creating a puzzle that authorities are actively working to solve. Gardaí, armed with evidence, are seeking to charge the Kinahans with directing a crime gang, an offense that could carry a life sentence. The Kinahan Cartel, led by the enigmatic Daniel Kinahan, transcends geographical boundaries, operating as a super drug cartel with tentacles reaching across continents. Its illegal activities, centered around the sale and distribution of Peruvian cocaine, have marked it as one of the most formidable criminal organizations globally. The cartel's strategic meetings, including those observed at the luxurious Burj Al Arab Hotel in Dubai, showcase the calculated and sophisticated nature of its operations. Imperial's role within the Kinahan Cartel goes beyond that of a mere participant. He occupies a pivotal position, influencing the cartel's criminal endeavors. The alliance between Imperial, Dutch criminal Ridwan Taghi, Daniel Kinahan, and Bosnian drug trafficker Edin Gacanin forms the core of this super drug cartel. Their collaboration represents a convergence of criminal minds, each contributing to the cartel's nefarious pursuits. As the world watches the drama unfold, the surrender of Imperial's Dubai island emerges as a pivotal moment in the battle against transnational organized crime. The intricate connections and global operations of the Kinahan Cartel continue to captivate, blurring the lines between luxury and criminality on the grand stage of international law enforcement. The Kinahan-Hutch feud, responsible for 18 fatalities, adds a visceral dimension to the narrative. The aftermath of the UFC 229 brawl between Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov, both connected to the respective factions, serves as a reminder of the cartel's far-reaching impact. The feud intertwines with the cartel's global activities, creating a complex web that law enforcement must navigate. As the saga continues, the surrender of Imperial's Dubai island becomes a symbol of law enforcement's resilience in the face of criminal sophistication. The fight against the Kinahan Cartel extends beyond legal proceedings. It becomes a testament to the dedication of those committed to dismantling criminal empires. The narrative weaves through courtrooms, diplomatic discussions, and global law enforcement collaborations, illustrating the multifaceted nature of the battle against organized crime. In the shadows of opulence and power, the Kinahan Cartel's downfall is sought not only for justice, but also as a declaration that no criminal empire is beyond the reach of international law. The surrender of a Dubai island serves as a tangible victory, a piece of the puzzle that law enforcement adds to the mosaic of evidence. As the world awaits the resolution of the trial in Naples and the potential extradition efforts, the story of the Kinahan Cartel remains a riveting tale of crime, justice, and the unyielding pursuit of truth. In the shadowy realm of organized crime, few names resonate with the same level of infamy as Imre the Butcher Arakas. An international hitman with a notorious past, Arakas recently claimed to have turned down a staggering $5 million offer to betray Daniel Kinahan, a central figure in the Kinahan Cartel. This revelation, made from the confines of his Lithuanian prison cell, offers a rare glimpse into the intricate web of criminal alliances, law enforcement dealings, and the enigmatic world of a contract killer. As we unravel the layers of Imre the Butcher Arakas's clandestine world, where allegiances are forged in shadows and betrayal lurks at every corner, consider subscribing to our channel for more riveting insights into the underworld's mysteries. Now let's delve right into this. In a startling revelation, international hitman Imre the Butcher Arakas disclosed from his prison cell that he turned down a $5 million offer to provide information on Daniel Kinahan, the alleged leader of the Kinahan Cartel. Arakas, hired by the cartel for the murder of James Mago Gately in 2017, claimed he rejected the offer from Lithuanian police investigating him for another attempted murder and a killing. During an interview, Arakas asserted that Lithuanian police sought his cooperation to testify against Daniel, Christopher, his brother, and Kristi Senar, his father, in exchange for a share of the $15 million reward for information on the cartel leadership. He described the proposal as abnormal and refused to make any agreement with the Lithuanian police. Arakas highlighted that the offer included a promise of a new identity and relocation to the USA for him and his family. However, he dismissed the proposition, emphasizing the challenges of such a deal. The infamous contract killer revealed that conversations about the offer were recorded by Lithuanian police, but later erased from the board. Addressing his association with the Kinahan Cartel, Arakas denied being a formal member, emphasizing that the organization doesn't issue membership cards. He dismissed the label attached to him, stating it had little to do with reality. Currently held in a Lithuanian jail for his involvement in the murder of Deimantas, the Diamond Bugavicius, Arakas spoke about his time in the Irish prison system. He described Irish prisons as akin to a 3-star hotel, especially if one had connections with the Kinahans. Arakas claimed to have had a mobile phone during the COVID period in an Irish prison, and contrasted it with his experience in a Lithuanian jail, where he encountered fleas and bedbugs. Despite evidence suggesting his involvement in the plot to kill Gately, Arakas bizarrely claimed to have been in Ireland for camping, downplaying his role as an international killer. He further revealed that the Garda National Drugs and Organized Crime obtained messages from his encrypted phone discussing plans to kill Gately. The prosecutor's office in Lithuania confirmed Arakas's arrest and an ongoing pre-trial investigation. The Estonian broadcast journalist, Katrin Lust, who interviewed Arakas, shared insights into the contract killer's demeanor and statements, acknowledging the challenges of discerning truth from his narrative. In addition to rejecting the $5 million offer, Arakas claimed to have turned down a deal related to an attempted murder and another killing, which would have secured his freedom by January 2025. He explained that face masks recovered from his home were for his birthday celebration, refuting allegations of their use in criminal activities. Arakas's criminal history spans over 30 years, and he remains a suspect in Estonia for multiple crimes, including murder, illegal drug trafficking, prostitution, and firearms offenses. His association with the Kinahan Cartel and the underworld paints a complex picture of organized crime, with Arakas providing a glimpse into the intricate web of alliances, police interactions, and his own perspective on the allegations against him. Audacious further alleged that he rejected another deal that involved admitting his involvement in an attempted murder and another killing, which would have led to his release in January 2025. Dismissing accusations that the face masks found at his home were intended for criminal activities, he insisted they were part of his 52nd birthday celebration. Notably, Audacious argued that he should be referred to as the diver instead of the butcher, citing his passion for diving. He has survived multiple murder attempts in the 1990s and faces suspicion in Estonia for a range of serious offenses. During his time in prison in Ireland, specifically in Portloy's prison, Audacious claimed that it wasn't dangerous for him due to his association with the Kinahans. He mentioned sharing the prison space with senior Kinahan figures, including Fat Freddie Thompson, who is serving a life sentence for a murder conviction. Audacious's criminal journey includes escaping from a courthouse in the 1970s after being arrested for a series of thefts. His expertise as an expert marksman is attributed to his involvement with the Estonian Defense League in the 1990s. Despite the serious nature of the charges against him, Audacious has managed to maintain a certain level of notoriety and survival within the criminal underworld. The intricate details of Audacious's criminal activities, alliances, and interactions with law enforcement agencies shed light on the complexities of international organized crime. The contrasting perceptions of prison life in Ireland and Lithuania, his unconventional claims, and the ongoing investigations add layers to the enigma surrounding the butcher. As the legal proceedings continue, the full extent of his involvement and the dynamics of his relationships with criminal networks may become clearer. Audacious, hired by the Kinahan Cartel to carry out the high-profile murder of James Mago Gately, vehemently rejected the substantial offer by Lithuanian police. He asserted that the proposal, aiming to dismantle the Kinahan clan, was both abnormal and impossible to consider. Amidst claims of promises for a new identity and relocation to the USA, Audacious's defiance underscores the complexities of navigating the criminal underworld, where loyalty and betrayal coexist in a delicate balance. Despite facing charges related to the murder of Deimantas the Diamond Bugavicius, Audacious remains unyielding in his stance. His refusal to cooperate with authorities and his denial of involvement in the Kinahan organization contribute to the mystique surrounding this seasoned contract killer. Audacious's criminal journey takes us back to the 1970s, when he daringly escaped from a courthouse after being arrested for a series of thefts. His trajectory from a fugitive to an expert marksman, owing to his involvement with the Estonian Defense League in the 1990s, adds layers to the complexity of his character. Despite facing serious charges, Audacious has not only maintained a certain level of notoriety, but also showcased resilience within the criminal underworld. In the realm of crime and deception, Imre the Butcher Audacious's refusal to betray the Kinahan Cartel, despite a lucrative offer, sheds light on the unyielding loyalty and clandestine dealings within organized crime. His insights, shared from a Lithuanian prison cell, offer a glimpse into a world where trust is a rare commodity and alliances can shift like shadows. As Audacious faces charges and maintains his enigmatic demeanor, the intrigue surrounding his involvement with the Kinahan organization persists. This revelation is just a glimpse into the intricate tapestry of criminal enterprises, where individuals like Audacious navigate a treacherous path, balancing allegiances and self-preservation. As we continue to explore the dynamics of organized crime, subscribe to our channel for more riveting stories, uncovering the mysteries and complexities that define this shadowy world. Your subscription supports our ongoing efforts to bring you in-depth analyses and exclusive insights into the dark recesses of the underworld. In the intricate world of international crime, the Kinahan Cartel stands as a formidable player, notorious for its reach and influence. Justice Minister Helen McEntee is spearheading Ireland's efforts to bring key members of this criminal organization to justice with a significant step forward, opening extradition negotiations with the United Arab Emirates, UAE. The Kinahan Cartel's notoriety transcends borders, creating a complex web of criminal enterprises that span the globe. Their influence is deeply embedded in a spectrum of illicit activities, posing multifaceted challenges for law enforcement agencies worldwide. At the core of the Kinahan Cartel's global impact is its extensive involvement in drug trafficking networks. The cartel has strategically positioned itself as a key player in the international drug trade, orchestrating the movement of narcotics across continents. This illicit operation has contributed significantly to the proliferation of narcotics in various regions, fueling addiction and destabilizing communities. The sophistication of the Kinahan Cartel extends to intricate money laundering schemes that permeate the global financial system. Through a network of front companies and complex financial transactions, they have successfully obscured the illicit origins of their wealth. This financial obfuscation not only funds their criminal activities, but also poses a significant challenge for financial institutions and authorities attempting to trace and disrupt these operations. Beyond drug trafficking and money laundering, the Kinahan Cartel has established connections with other transnational criminal networks. Collaborations with criminal organizations involved in human trafficking, cybercrime, and arms smuggling further amplify the challenges faced by global law enforcement. The interconnected nature of these activities creates a complex tapestry that demands a coordinated international response. The Kinahan Cartel's global impact is exacerbated by its adept exploitation of legal and technological gaps. Operating in jurisdictions with varying legal frameworks and leveraging technological advancements to communicate and coordinate criminal activities, the cartel has managed to stay one step ahead of traditional law enforcement methods. As authorities grapple with the far-reaching consequences of the Kinahan Cartel's global endeavors, the unraveling of their criminal legacy becomes a paramount objective. The need for international collaboration, information sharing, and innovative approaches to counter these multifaceted criminal enterprises has never been more urgent. In the pursuit of justice, the international community must not only address the immediate threats posed by drug trafficking and money laundering, but also work collectively to fortify legal frameworks, enhance technological capabilities, and dismantle the intricate networks that sustain the Kinahan Cartel's global impact. The challenges are immense, but the commitment to safeguarding communities and upholding the rule of law remains unwavering. Justice Minister Helen McEntee stands as a formidable figure in Ireland's relentless pursuit of justice against the far-reaching influence of the Kinahan Cartel. With resolute determination, she spearheads initiatives aimed at dismantling the criminal network's operations on an international scale. McEntee's strategic push for justice involves seeking cabinet approval to commence formal extradition negotiations with the United Arab Emirates, UAE. This crucial step reflects Ireland's commitment to holding accountable not only the foot soldiers, but also the masterminds orchestrating criminal activities from the perceived safety of Dubai. Brothers Daniel Kinahan and Christy Kinahan Jr., along with other high-ranking members, find themselves in the crosshairs of justice. The Kinahan Cartel's strategic base in Dubai presents a unique challenge for Irish authorities. McEntee's efforts to bring these criminals to trial involve navigating the complexities of international law. The extradition negotiations are expected to be a diplomatic and legal challenge, requiring adept maneuvering to align with the intricacies of legal frameworks between Ireland and the UAE. McEntee's pursuit of justice unfolds against a backdrop of political turbulence. A looming Dáil vote on her future, coupled with Sinn Féin's motion of no confidence, adds an additional layer of complexity. However, undeterred by the political climate, McEntee underscores the primacy of justice, emphasizing that the pursuit of criminals, irrespective of their global reach, is a non-negotiable commitment. The juxtaposition of political challenges and the pursuit of justice underscores McEntee's unwavering commitment to the rule of law. While political winds may shift, the imperative to hold those accountable for organized crime and drug trafficking remains steadfast. McEntee's tenacity serves as a testament to Ireland's dedication to confronting criminal enterprises head-on. As Justice Minister McEntee navigates the diplomatic intricacies and legal complexities inherent in extraditing Kinahan Cartel members from Dubai, the pursuit of justice becomes a multifaceted endeavor. The international community watches closely as Ireland asserts its commitment to upholding the rule of law, regardless of the challenges that lie ahead. Recognizing the valuable experiences of fellow EU member states, The Irish government is strategically tapping into their collective expertise in negotiating with the UAE. In this collaborative effort, the aim is to learn from successful strategies employed by other nations, fostering a comprehensive approach to extradition negotiations. The proposed extradition treaties with the UAE are designed as a reflection of established agreements within the European Union. By modeling these treaties after existing EU frameworks, Ireland seeks to create a seamless integration of legal principles. This approach not only streamlines the negotiation process, but also enhances the compatibility of legal systems, ensuring a robust foundation for future cooperation. The ultimate goal of these extradition treaties is to facilitate seamless bilateral cooperation between Ireland and the UAE. Drawing inspiration from successful collaborations within the EU, the Irish government aims to create a structured framework that enables swift and effective coordination in matters of extradition. This ensures that criminals find no sanctuary beyond borders and are subject to the full force of the law. One of the primary objectives of modeling these treaties after EU agreements is to eliminate any potential refuge for criminals. The intent is clear. Criminals involved in transnational activities should have no safe haven where they can evade justice. This proactive stance aligns with the broader global effort to curb organized crime and uphold the principles of international law. As Ireland seeks to draw on the experiences of its EU counterparts, the efforts to establish extradition treaties with the UAE are positioned as a crucial step in the fight against transnational crime. This collaborative approach, informed by the collective wisdom of EU member states, reinforces the notion that the battle against organized crime is a global endeavor. As Justice Minister Helen McEntee strategically maneuvers through the intricacies of Irish politics, her actions underscore a resolute commitment to combat organized crime. Seeking approval for extradition talks sends a potent message that Ireland is unwavering in its determination to pursue justice, even when the perpetrators operate beyond the nation's borders. McEntee's proactive approach in seeking approval for extradition talks is not merely a bureaucratic formality. It stands as a powerful statement that Ireland refuses to be a safe haven for criminals engaged in transnational criminal activities. The pursuit of extradition talks is a tangible manifestation of the government's commitment to accountability and its refusal to allow criminals to operate with impunity. The decision to open extradition negotiations with the UAE involves delicate diplomacy and legal intricacies. McEntee's actions reflect the careful calibration required to align Irish interests with international legal frameworks. This collaborative endeavor between nations sends a resounding message that the fight against organized crime transcends borders and requires a unified global response. Helen McEntee's proactive stance in initiating extradition negotiations with the UAE marks a pivotal chapter in the ongoing saga against the Kinahan Cartel. This collaborative endeavor, entailing diplomatic exchanges and legal intricacies, represents the international community's united front against organized crime. As this pursuit unfolds, it will undoubtedly leave an indelible mark on the landscape of future extradition proceedings involving global criminal networks. The evolving narrative of this pursuit is a testament to Ireland's commitment to upholding the rule of law and ensuring that those responsible for organized crime face the consequences of their actions. For continuous updates on the unfolding developments in the quest for justice against the Kinahan Cartel, subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell to receive timely updates and gain valuable insights into the evolving narrative surrounding this global criminal syndicate.
After the Regency Hotel shooting, notorious mobsters Daniel Kinahan and Thomas "Bomber" Kavanagh, who was David Byrne's brother-in-law, formed a deadly alliance in early 2017. Their plan was to eliminate James "Mago" Gately, an associate of the Hutch gang, making him their primary target. Although their partnership seemed promising, their carefully planned operation went horribly wrong, leading to the loss of their most trusted lieutenants. On April 3, 2017, an EasyJet flight from Alicante to Dublin landed. A tall, handsome man with bright blue eyes and long gray hair, looking like he belonged in a movie, stepped off the plane. Dressed in combat trousers and hiking boots, carrying a backpack with a rolled-up tent mattress, he appeared to be a tourist ready for a holiday in Ireland. However, this man was actually an Estonian hitman named Imre Arakas on a mission to kill. The story of Imre Arakas, known as the Butcher, began when he arrived in Dublin. On board the flight were several agents from the Irish Criminal Investigation Department who kept a close watch on him. Observers at Dublin Airport and a waiting arrest team followed him in a white Mercedes. The next morning, armed police raided the house where Arakas was staying, arresting him and putting an end to his criminal activities. Arakas, born in Estonia in 1958, was known for his brutality. He was once an actor, wrestler, and freedom fighter, but gained notoriety as a violent criminal during Estonia's post-Soviet gang wars. In 1977, he made headlines for spray-painting government buildings and police stations as a political activist. Although he was arrested and later released thanks to his drama teacher's defense, he would later become one of the most feared hitmen in the world. In the 1980s, Arakas and an accomplice robbed a shooting club, stealing handguns and ammunition. The robbery was seen as an act of rebellion against the communist regime. They attempted to flee to Sweden but were caught by the Coast Guard. Arakas managed to escape briefly, but was eventually recaptured and sentenced to 15 years in a harsh Siberian prison. After his release in 1992, Arakas, now hardened by prison, joined the Estonian Defense League, a group that combined politics and crime. They engaged in drug trafficking and targeted Russians, committing numerous attacks and murders, earning him the nickname, the Butcher. In 1996, Arakas moved to Marbella, Spain, where he tried to live a quieter life with his family. Despite this, his past caught up with him, and he survived 2 attacks in Spain in 1998 and 2001. The second attack on Imre Arakas in Spain was a close call. He barely escaped from a frantic gunman. 2 Estonians were later jailed for that shooting. During this time, Arakas teamed up with criminal groups like the Kinahan clan, agreeing to take on their assignments for payment. He is suspected of being involved in several murders across Europe, including the 2015 killing of Deimantas Bugavicius, a Lithuanian drug dealer who was involved with a famous pop star. Bugavicius, who was 26, was shot 12 times in November 2015. Years later, the Kinahan clan was engaged in a violent feud with the Hutch family. In February 2016, there was an attempt on Daniel Kinahan's life during a boxing weigh-in at the Regency Hotel in Dublin. Although Daniel survived, his associate David Byrne was killed. The Kinahans believed that James Gately, a prominent Hutch associate and kickboxer, was behind the attack and decided to target him in return. They wanted to avoid a repeat of the 2016 mistake where Martin Doyle, an innocent father, was accidentally killed by a drug addict's stray bullet. To handle the situation, the Kinahans hired professional hitmen, including Arakas, to kill Gately. Arakas, who owed the Kinahans money, was promised 100,000 euros for the job, which would help reduce his debt. However, international authorities tipped off the Irish police about Arakas's arrival. The police set up surveillance, leading to Arakas's arrest. When the police raided Arakas's hideout, they found papers with Gately's address and instructions on how to find his photo online. Arakas's BlackBerry was also seized, revealing encrypted messages that included his murder instructions. A clever Garda officer managed to photograph these messages before they were remotely deleted. The messages showed that Arakas planned to kill Gately in his garage. In December 2018, Arakas was sentenced to 6 years in prison after a brief trial in Ireland for conspiring to murder Gately. He was initially held in a maximum security prison, but was later transferred. In October 2018, he suffered a stroke and received a pacemaker. By early 2023, after completing his sentence in Ireland, Arakas was extradited to Lithuania to face trial for his role in Bugavicius's murder. Lithuanian authorities claim that Arakas supplied handguns and cleaning chemicals used in the shooting. Back in Ireland, the Kinahan Cartel struggled with the fallout from their failed attempt on Gately's life. The botched hit not only failed to eliminate their rival, but also exposed critical parts of their operations. One key member, Douglas Glynn, who managed the cartel's drug warehouse, was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Police found a large stash of drugs and ammunition in his warehouse. New technology had helped the Gardaí trace Glynn through encrypted messages that showed he received instructions directly from Daniel Kinahan. So who is Douglas Glynn, and how did the Gardaí uncover his role? Glynn, a 37-year-old father of 3 from Dublin's North Inner City, was loyal to Kinahan despite the area's association with the Hutch family. Although Glynn was a lesser-known figure in the Kinahan Cartel, his role was crucial. Douglas Glynn was a quintessential Mr. Nobody, someone deeply trusted by the Kinahan Cartel, especially by Daniel Kinahan himself. Yet he managed to stay off the radar and out of the media spotlight. He functioned as a key manager for the cartel, remaining in Ireland to oversee operations, while prominent figures fled to Dubai, Spain, or faced arrest. Despite the cartel's reduced visibility at the time, it continued major drug operations, and Glynn was responsible for the day-to-day management of a secret drug storehouse. Advances in encryption technology eventually revealed that Daniel Kinahan was in direct contact with Glynn regarding the storehouse operations. Although Kinahan claimed to be a legitimate businessman, he used encrypted phones to coordinate with Glynn while waging a feud against the Hutch family. The secret depot was raided in March 2017 after surveillance had been set up. Prior investigations had already raised suspicions about Glynn, leading to a search warrant executed on March 31st. Inside the storehouse, the Gardaí discovered €1.5 million worth of drugs and over 330 rounds of ammunition. It is believed that millions in drugs had passed through the depot before its discovery. As part of the investigation into a failed assassination attempt on James Gately, the Garda National Drugs and Organized Crime Bureau, GNB, found Glynn's BlackBerry. This device revealed his connection to the depot and direct communications with Kinahan and other senior cartel members in Dubai. One day after Glynn installed a tracking device on Gately's car, the depot was uncovered. Although the phones were seized in 2017, new technology in February 2021 enabled their decryption. It was revealed that Kinahan used the codename Bon to communicate with Glynn, who was managing the depot and giving out instructions. Glynn was sentenced to 8 years in prison for his role in managing the depot, having pleaded guilty to conspiracy involving drugs and ammunition. His brother Anthony and associate EMT Fogey, who received a 5-year sentence in 2018, were also implicated. A message from Anthony Glynn to Douglas described Fogey's panic over the size of the boxes at the depot, which were too large to be moved by one person. This was Glynn's second prison sentence from the same court. He was already serving a 6.5-year sentence for his involvement in the failed murder plot against Gately. The court had noted the seriousness and sophistication of the criminal organization Glynn was associated with, the Kinahan Cartel. Daniel Kinahan, who had remained in Dubai for nearly a year after the U.S. government imposed sanctions and a bounty on him, is still being pursued by investigators. They hope to charge him with directing organized criminal activities. And that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the turbulent events surrounding the Kinahan Cartel and their failed attempt on James "Mago" Gately's life. From the botched operation involving the infamous hitman Imre Arakas, to the unraveling of Douglas Glynn's critical role in the cartel's drug operations, it's clear that 2017 was a year of significant upheaval for the Kinahans. One of the world's most wanted criminals, Christopher Kinahan Sr., a notorious drug lord with ties to numerous murders, has unintentionally left a trail of Google reviews that provide key details about his movements and locations over the past 5 years. Kinahan Sr. heads the notorious Kinahan Organized Crime Group, commonly known as the Kinahan Cartel, which started in Ireland. The Irish police estimate that this gang has raked in over $1 billion through illegal activities including drug trafficking, arms smuggling, and money laundering. During his imprisonment in the late 1990s, Kinahan Sr. studied Spanish and Dutch, which helped him establish connections in the international criminal world. Kinahan Sr. operates with his sons, Daniel and Christopher Jr., who are integral to the cartel's activities, according to the U.S. Department of the Treasury. Daniel gained significant attention due to his involvement in boxing, where he played a key role in organizing major matches, bringing more scrutiny to the family's criminal enterprises. Originally, the Kinahans trafficked South American cocaine and heroin in Ireland. They later expanded their operations to the UK and mainland Europe, as noted by the U.S. Department of State. The gang is implicated in at least 20 murders, according to a 2022 Europol report. The Kinahan Cartel's activities intensified following a failed assassination attempt on Daniel Kinahan during a boxing weigh-in at Dublin's Regency Hotel in 2016. This incident sparked a violent feud with the rival Hutch gang, resulting in at least 18 deaths. Following these events, Kinahan Sr. relocated to Dubai in 2016, moving from the south of Spain, where he had previously lived and frequently visited, as indicated by his Google review activity. The U.S. government is offering a $15 million reward for information leading to the arrest or financial disruption of Kinahan Sr. and his two sons, Daniel and Christopher Jr. All three are believed to be living in Dubai, which has yet to cooperate with extradition requests. Recent media reports reveal that Christopher Kinahan Sr., one of the world's most wanted criminals, has been trying to reinvent himself by using the name Christopher Vincent to escape the infamy associated with the Kinahan name. Surprisingly, Kinahan Sr. has left a significant digital trail under this alias, which has provided valuable new insights into his recent activities and whereabouts. His LinkedIn profile used the Christopher Vincent name. Since 2019, this alias has also been linked to a Google review account that offers details about his international travels and current locations. The Google Reviews account, which matches the Christopher Vincent name, reveals his visits to various countries including Spain, Hungary, Turkey, the Netherlands, Hong Kong, Egypt, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. More notably, it includes reviews of several establishments in Dubai, where Kinahan Sr. is known to reside. Some reviews are straightforward, such as a comment about a restaurant in Istanbul in October 2021. The restaurant is chic and plush. The service was good, but not outstanding. Others provide intriguing clues about his recent activities, mentioning attendance at business networking events in Zimbabwe and watching sunsets with colleagues in South Africa while discussing business. One review highlights that Kinahan Sr. is a platinum ambassador with an international hotel group's rewards program. Since the announcement of a U.S. wanted notice in April 2022, there have been no reviews for locations outside the UAE. The Google review profile belongs to Kinahan Sr., confirmed by tracing an email address linked to the account and matching it with a physical address listed in U.S. sanctions documents. Additionally, his reflection can be seen in the windows or mirrors in several photos posted to the profile. For instance, a picture taken at Tasha's restaurant in Dubai Marina in November 2022 shows Kinahan Sr.'s face reflected in a nearby window. Several photos linked to Christopher Kinahan Sr.'s Google reviews reveal a man with his build and profile, even though his face is not always fully visible. For example, a photo tagged at the Hyatt Regency Barcelona Tower in October 2021 shows an individual with a similar hairstyle and physique to Kinahan Sr. reflected in a bathroom mirror. The person appears to have a matching height and build, suggesting that it could be Kinahan Sr. himself. In November 2021, the account posted another image tagged at the Aurea Anna Palace Hotel in Budapest, Hungary. This individual again resembles Kinahan Sr. in terms of build and overall appearance. Notably, the jacket worn by this person in the photo is strikingly similar to one that Kinahan Sr. was previously photographed wearing, further suggesting the connection. In March 2023, Kinahan Sr. reviewed the Cycle Bistro Jumeirah in Dubai, writing, "Service was good and the staff were pleasant and helpful. The menu caters for non-vegan, dairy, and sugar." He went on to describe his meal. "I had the acai bowl, followed by eggs with almond bread and green salad. My meal was well presented and tasty. I give this establishment 5 stars." His review was accompanied by several photos of the cafe, which is located within a larger bike store. A few months after this review, an image appeared on the cafe's own social media pages that seemed to show a meeting between Kinahan Sr. and his son, Christopher Kinahan Jr., on a return visit to the cafe. The photo showed two men, one of whom was believed to be Kinahan Jr., indicating that the Kinahan family was still active and possibly in close contact despite their wanted status. Christopher Kinahan Sr. began posting Google reviews in 2019, starting with a 3-star review of Bear Burger City Walk in Dubai, close to the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building. In February 2019, he reviewed Dubai's City Walk shopping area, praising it as a wonderful place to stroll around, with many restaurants and a relaxed, chilled-out atmosphere. He rated it 5 stars but noted it wasn't cheap. Overall, Kinahan Sr. has posted 221 reviews, with his most recent being a 4-star review of the Intercontinental Fujairah Resort on March 29, 2023. This hotel is about 95 miles from his base in Dubai. His reviews span various locations: 102 in the UAE, 45 in Spain, 28 in Zimbabwe, 16 in South Africa, and 14 in Turkey, among others. The account shows no photos of Kinahan Sr. directly, except for some where his reflection is visible. He has posted over 1,100 photos and 4 videos, providing clues about his activities and travels. For example, an October 2021 review of the Harvard Cafe at Rand Airport in Johannesburg mentions witnessing a stunning sunset while discussing business, noting the food was good, but the service was slightly lacking. In Turkey, he reviewed the Crowne Plaza Florya Istanbul, praising its convenience to Ataturk Airport and a particularly helpful staff member. In October 2019, Kinahan Sr. attended the Global Humanitarian Aviation Conference, GHAC, in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, and reviewed the Steigenberger Alcazar Hotel positively, describing the service and conference facilities as good. He reportedly tried to buy military transport planes from Egypt afterward, though the deal fell through. A review from October 2021 also details a 4-day business networking event in Harare, Zimbabwe. Irish media reported in 2022 that Kinahan had planned to establish a base in Zimbabwe as a British businessman in aviation, though this plan was later abandoned. The Sunday Times reported in 2023 that the Kinahan Cartel sought to buy gold in Zimbabwe to launder drug profits, transiting through South Africa to Dubai. Kinahan Sr. reviewed several South African establishments between 2019 and 2021. There were also suggestions that he might have used a plane transport deal to bypass international sanctions on Iran, meeting Iranian associates in Zimbabwe. In Dubai, he reviewed numerous establishments, including chains like Wagamama, P.F. Chang's, and Pret-a-Manger. He also described a 2021 visit to a Rolex store in Dubai, where a helpful assistant fixed an issue with his watch. Another review from the same year showed him in business class on an Emirates flight. A September 2022 post details a fishing trip with friends in Ras Al Khaimah, UAE, with a photo of the super yacht Motor Yacht A, valued at $300 million, sailing past. In this astonishing case, the notorious drug boss Christopher Kinahan Sr. has unwittingly provided crucial clues to his whereabouts through his Google reviews. His seemingly ordinary reviews of restaurants and hotels across the globe have revealed significant details about his movements and connections. As we conclude, it's remarkable to see how the digital footprint of a notorious criminal has inadvertently assisted in tracking his movements. That's it for today's video. What are your thoughts on it? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content.
In the shadowy realm of organized crime, few names resonate with the same level of infamy as Imre the Butcher Arakas. An international hitman with a notorious past, Arakas recently claimed to have turned down a staggering $5 million offer to betray Daniel Kinahan, a central figure in the Kinahan Cartel. This revelation, made from the confines of his Lithuanian prison cell, offers a rare glimpse into the intricate web of criminal alliances, law enforcement dealings, and the enigmatic world of a contract killer. As we unravel the layers of Imre the Butcher Arrakis's clandestine world, where allegiances are forged in shadows and betrayal lurks at every corner, consider subscribing to our channel for more riveting insights into the underworld's mysteries. Now let's delve right into this. In a startling revelation, international hitman Imre the Butcher Arrakis disclosed from his prison cell that he turned down a $5 million offer to provide information on Daniel Kinahan, the alleged leader of the Kinahan Cartel. Arrakis, hired by the cartel for the murder of James Mago Gately in 2017, claimed he rejected the offer from Lithuanian police investigating him for another attempted murder and a killing. During an interview, Arrakis asserted that Lithuanian police sought his cooperation to testify against Daniel, Christopher, his brother, and Kristi Senar, his father, in exchange for a share of the $15 million reward for information on the cartel leadership. He described the proposal as abnormal and refused to make any agreement with the Lithuanian police. Arrakis highlighted that the offer included a promise of a new identity and relocation to the USA for him and his family. However, he dismissed the proposition, emphasizing the challenges of such a deal. The infamous contract killer revealed that conversations about the offer were recorded by Lithuanian police, but later erased from the board. Addressing his association with the Kinahan Cartel, Arrakis denied being a formal member, emphasizing that the organization doesn't issue membership cards. He dismissed the label attached to him, stating it had little to do with reality. Currently held in a Lithuanian jail for his involvement in the murder of Deimantas, the Diamond Bugavicius, Arrakis spoke about his time in the Irish prison system. He described Irish prisons as akin to a 3-star hotel, especially if one had connections with the Kinahans. Arrakis claimed to have had a mobile phone during the COVID period in an Irish prison, and contrasted it with his experience in a Lithuanian jail, where he encountered fleas and bedbugs. Despite evidence suggesting his involvement in the plot to kill Gately, Arrakis bizarrely claimed to have been in Ireland for camping, downplaying his role as an international killer. He further revealed that the Garda National Drugs and Organized Crime obtained messages from his encrypted phone discussing plans to kill Gately. The prosecutor's office in Lithuania confirmed Arrakis's arrest and an ongoing pre-trial investigation. The Estonian broadcast journalist, Katrin Lust, who interviewed Arrakis, shared insights into the contract killer's demeanor and statements, acknowledging the challenges of discerning truth from his narrative. In addition to rejecting the $5 million offer, Arrakis claimed to have turned down a deal related to an attempted murder and another killing, which would have secured his freedom by January 2025. He explained that face masks recovered from his home were for his birthday celebration, refuting allegations of their use in criminal activities. Arrakis's criminal history spans over 30 years, and he remains a suspect in Estonia for multiple crimes, including murder, illegal drug trafficking, prostitution, and firearms offenses. His association with the Kinahan Cartel and the underworld paints a complex picture of organized crime, with Arrakis providing a glimpse into the intricate web of alliances, police interactions, and his own perspective on the allegations against him. Arrakis further alleged that he rejected another deal that involved admitting his involvement in an attempted murder and another killing, which would have led to his release in January 2025. Dismissing accusations that the face masks found at his home were intended for criminal activities, he insisted they were part of his 52nd birthday celebration. Notably, Arrakis argued that he should be referred to as the diver instead of the butcher, citing his passion for diving. He has survived multiple murder attempts in the 1990s and faces suspicion in Estonia for a range of serious offenses. During his time in prison in Ireland, specifically in Portloy's prison, Arrakis claimed that it wasn't dangerous for him due to his association with the Kinahans. He mentioned sharing the prison space with senior Kinahan figures, including Fat Freddie Thompson, who is serving a life sentence for a murder conviction. Arrakis's criminal journey includes escaping from a courthouse in the 1970s after being arrested for a series of thefts. His expertise as an expert marksman is attributed to his involvement with the Estonian Defense League in the 1990s. Despite the serious nature of the charges against him, Audacious has managed to maintain a certain level of notoriety and survival within the criminal underworld. The intricate details of Audacious's criminal activities, alliances, and interactions with law enforcement agencies shed light on the complexities of international organized crime. The contrasting perceptions of prison life in Ireland and Lithuania, his unconventional claims, and the ongoing investigations add layers to the enigma surrounding the Butcher. As the legal proceedings continue, the full extent of his involvement and the dynamics of his relationships with criminal networks may become clearer. Audacious, hired by the Kinahan Cartel to carry out the high-profile murder of James Mago Gately, vehemently rejected the substantial offer by Lithuanian police. He asserted that the proposal, aiming to dismantle the Kinahan clan, was both abnormal and impossible to consider. Amidst claims of promises for a new identity and relocation to the USA, Audacious's defiance underscores the complexities of navigating the criminal underworld, where loyalty and betrayal coexist in a delicate balance. Despite facing charges related to the murder of Deimantas the Diamond Bugavicius, Audacious remains unyielding in his stance. His refusal to cooperate with authorities and his denial of involvement in the Kinahan organization contribute to the mystique surrounding this seasoned contract killer. Audacious's criminal journey takes us back to the 1970s, when he daringly escaped from a courthouse after being arrested for a series of thefts. His trajectory from a fugitive to an expert marksman, owing to his involvement with the Estonian Defense League in the 1990s, adds layers to the complexity of his character. Despite facing serious charges, Audacious has not only maintained a certain level of notoriety, but also showcased resilience within the criminal underworld. In the realm of crime and deception, Imre the Butcher Audacious's refusal to betray the Kinahan Cartel, despite a lucrative offer, sheds light on the unyielding loyalty and clandestine dealings within organized crime. His insights, shared from a Lithuanian prison cell, offer a glimpse into a world where trust is a rare commodity and alliances can shift like shadows. As Audacious faces charges and maintains his enigmatic demeanor, the intrigue surrounding his involvement with the Kinahan organization persists. This revelation is just a glimpse into the intricate tapestry of criminal enterprises, where individuals like Audacious navigate a treacherous path, balancing allegiances and self-preservation. As we continue to explore the dynamics of organized crime, subscribe to our channel for more riveting stories, uncovering the mysteries and complexities that define this shadowy world. Your subscription supports our ongoing efforts to bring you in-depth analyses and exclusive insights into the dark recesses of the underworld. Thank you for being a part of our community, where curiosity meets the clandestine.
Experts on international terrorism have revealed that the Kinahan Cartel worked with elements of Russia's military intelligence organization GRU to facilitate the distribution of drugs throughout Europe. Artem Kruglov, the editor of the website putinism.wordpress.com, has claimed the Irish cartel has worked in a joint business project involving Colombian drug traffickers and the GRU. The GRU, or Foreign Military Intelligence Agency of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Russian Federation, also known as Russia's FBI, is the country's main spy agency. Kruglov claims that the Kinahan gang buys huge amounts of drugs in Latin America and then ships them to Europe, where they are sold to local criminal gangs. Before we move on, please support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Kruglov says that the GRU is currently earning money by participating in drug delivery with the Irish drug cartel Kinahan. The Kinahan Cartel, founded in the early 2000s, is a joint business project of Colombians from the GRU and Irish. Christy Kinahan is its founder, an Irish criminal who has been convicted several times. His son Don Kinahan also plays a role. The two had lived in Marbella in southern Spain for many years. They moved their headquarters to Dubai recently. Veterans of the GRU Special Forces protect them. According to the Western press, Christy Kinahan learned Russian to facilitate contact with the GRU. The GRU is responsible for ensuring cartel bosses' safety and deals with weapon supply. Kruglov is referring to the famous seizure by Cape Verdean police of 9.5 tons of cocaine on a Russian ship on January 31, 2019. Artem Kroglov of Radio Freedom said the massive shipment was part of a European drug cartel working with Russia's secret services. 2 tons of cocaine found in Cape Verde is thought to have cost Daniel Kinahan and his mob millions. Michael O'Sullivan, the former Garda Assistant Commissioner, said that he thought the drugs were heading to Ireland and the UK. He stated that there is no doubt that is a portion of this shipment that was destined for Irish markets. The Kinahan organized crime group is the only Irish group capable of facilitating a large shipment to Ireland and has the contacts in Europe to facilitate such a shipment. It's clear that if a shipment this large is seized, it will cause serious disruptions to a group like the KOCG. The Kinahan Cartel, a notorious global criminal organization, is known for a wide range of illegal activities, including hiring hitmen, drug transport, and firearm sales. The Kinahan Organized Criminal Group, also known as the Kinahan Cartel, is an important Irish transnational organized crime organization. It is considered one of the largest in Ireland and perhaps the world. The group is also active in Spain, UK, and UAE. Christy Kinahan founded it in the 1990s. Daniel, the oldest son of his family, runs the criminal organization daily. The criminal organization is said to be worth European $1 billion. Since 2015, at least 18 deaths have occurred due to the Kinahan Cartel's ongoing conflict with Hutch. Christy Kinahan founded the Kinahan Crime Group in Ireland during the Celtic Tiger period of rapid economic growth. This was the late 1990s to early 2000s. Kinahan was a native Dubliner who was first convicted of forgery and handling stolen goods. He also committed burglary, auto thefts, home invasions, and other crimes during the late 1970s. The organization is believed to have begun as a gang of heroin dealers in inner-city Dublin. However, it soon expanded to become a multi-million-dollar criminal organization. Christy Kinahan was the previous direct leader of the organization before Daniel Kinahan took over. Since then, the Irish court has concluded that the organization is a murderous group involved in drug and weapon trafficking across international borders. Christy Kinahan was born on March 23, 1957. He grew up in the middle-class family, receiving love and attention. He attended one of the Ireland's best schools. He decided to become a criminal when he was an adult. Subscribe to our criminal network and dive deeper into the world of the Kinahan Cartel. In the 1980s, he was a low-level criminal in Dublin who spent time in prison on various drug charges and fraud. Kinahan was doing what other convicts are known to do: use their prison time to improve their lives. By the time he served his final sentence in 2001, the career criminal had enrolled in college and could speak Dutch and Spanish. The Irishman is suspected of building a massive international drug cartel listed with the Italian mafia. It is believed to have assets of more than $1 billion. As Daniel and Christy Jr. were groomed to become leaders with the organization, the Dapper Don was known as the Dapper. Daniel Kinahan is the newest member, born in 1977 on June 25th. His father was a powerful drug dealer, widely believed to be the leader and founder of the Kinahan Cartel. Kinahan was born in Tallaght and later moved to Dublin, where he lived at Oliver Bond Flats. He also spent time in Liberties. He was arrested at 23 in connection with the vicious assault of 2 members of the Irish police outside Shelbourne Park. The charges were dropped in the following year. He manages all the activities. Daniel Kinahan was in his mid-40s when he was the victim of an assassination in 2016. This set off a deadly feud with Ireland's notorious Hutch family that led to the deaths of 18 people. Most of the killings took place in Dublin and were carried out by hitmen affiliated with Kinahan. The US State Department announced that on April 12, 2022, it would award up to $5 million as prizes under its narcotics prize program for information leading to the arrest or conviction of Kinahan members. 7 key members have been identified: Daniel Kinahan, the leader; Christopher Kinahan, his brother; Christopher Kinahan, his son; Bernard Clancy, a junior Dublin-born criminal; Sean McGovern, Daniel Kinahan's closest confidant and advisor; Johnny Cash Morrissey, a former KOCG enforcer who has become a money launderer and now lives in Marbella. Ian Dixon is also named, but he was never charged with murdering Gary Hutch in 2015. Johnny Cash Morrissey, his wife Nicola, and their son were arrested in Marbella on September 13, 2022, after a series of broken encrypted conversations revealed that Kinahan Cartel had been involved in the Euro $350 million coke plot. The US sanctions were based on close ties to Daniel Kinahan. U.S. authorities identified the three key figures of the Kinahan gang as Daniel Kinahan and his father, Christy Kinahan Sr., along with Christy Kinahan Jr. Garda busted Ireland's most covert criminal group with euros of 4 million worth of narcotics. Hutch Kinahan has been responsible for 18 deaths resulting from a feud between the two criminal organizations in Ireland. The Kinahan clan committed to the majority of these crimes. The main players are the Kinahan clan, led by Daniel Kinahan, and the Hutch gang, led by Jerry Hutch. There have been many attacks, most of which were shootings of members of the Hutch or Kinahan gangs, but despite some misidentifications, most of the attacks took place in Dublin. A few other incidents occurred in Ireland and Spain. The conflict began in 2015 with the murder in Marbella of Gary Hutch, Spain. It worsened in February of 2016 with the attack at the Dublin Hotel. In 2016, immediately after the attack on Regency Hotel, a special criminal task force was created within the National Drugs and Organized Crime Bureau to combat criminal gangs. This included the Kinahan and Hutch group. At least 10 Garda officers and 3 sergeants had banned the task force. It was meant to dissolve.
In a renewed effort to bring the Kinahan Cartel to justice, the Gardaí have embarked on a fresh attempt to extradite key figures, including Daniel Kinahan and his associates, from the United Arab Emirates, UAE. This initiative is part of a broader strategy to dismantle the notorious narco-terrorist gang led by Daniel Kinahan. The ongoing collaboration with UAE authorities includes formal negotiations for an official prisoner transfer pact, enhancing the prospects of securing the extradition of individuals implicated in various criminal activities. The backdrop to this latest move involves intensified global efforts by law enforcement agencies, particularly the Garda National Drugs and Organized Crime Bureau, GNDOCB, to curb the influence and operations of the Kinahan Cartel. Previous endeavors to address the criminal organization's activities have involved extradition proceedings, with a focus on presenting a comprehensive case against key figures associated with the cartel. The Gardaí's persistent commitment to dismantling the Kinahan Cartel underscores the complex challenges posed by transnational organized crime, necessitating collaborative efforts with international partners and strategic negotiations for legal cooperation. The extradition bid and concurrent negotiations for a prisoner transfer pact reflect the multifaceted approach taken by the Gardaí to hold accountable those involved in serious criminal enterprises with international ramifications. Gardaí anticipate finalizing an extradition agreement with the United Arab Emirates in the coming weeks to bring members of the Kinahan family from Dubai to face trial. There is growing confidence among law enforcement officials that the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, will recommend charges against Christy Kinahan Sr. and his sons, Daniel and Christopher Jr., for offenses committed in the Republic of Ireland. DPP lawyers, including a senior counsel, are meticulously reviewing the extensive Garda file on the drug cartel's leadership to ensure the charges are robust. The aim is not only to secure charges but also to convey to the UAE the gravity of the alleged offenses and the imperative for justice. A senior Garda source emphasized the thoroughness of the DPP's examination, stating, "The DPP has had the Kinahan file for many months now. A decision will be made shortly." The process involves issuing charges, followed by a formal extradition request to Dubai, contingent upon an established agreement with UAE authorities, currently under finalization. The authorities aim to address any extradition concerns promptly, given the UAE's awareness of the alleged crimes. The meticulous approach underscores the commitment to ensuring the accuracy and validity of the legal proceedings. It is anticipated that any forthcoming charges will be related to the Kinahan's involvement in drug trafficking in Ireland and their connection to the Kinahan-Hutch feud, which resulted in 18 fatalities. Gardaí assert that all individuals involved remain in Dubai, unable to elude authorities. A collaborative effort involving various international law enforcement agencies, including the United States, is closely monitoring their movements. The Americans have offered a $5 million reward for information leading to the arrest of each individual. The limited options for their relocation have significantly restricted their movements, with the possibility of apprehension if they attempt to leave Dubai. The case of their associate, Liam Byrne, exemplifies this, as he was arrested in Mallorca last June and subsequently extradited to the UK on firearms charges. Garda sources emphasize their strategic approach, stating, "We are slowly but surely moving in on them, and they know it." The days of the Kinahans evading the law appear numbered, with multiple countries expressing interest in prosecuting them. There are indications that Christy Kinahan Sr. has been attempting negotiations with both Russia and Iran to facilitate their departure from Dubai. Top-tier Garda investigators are gearing up for a critical mission to the United Arab Emirates, UAE, in the coming weeks, intensifying efforts to dismantle the notorious narco-terrorist organization led by Daniel Kinahan. This strategic move aligns with the comprehensive global collaboration against organized crime, as crime fighters from Dubai are reciprocating by planning a visit to Ireland in early 2024. These developments unfold amidst ongoing negotiations between the Irish Department of Justice and UAE officials for the establishment of an official prisoner transfer pact. These collaborative efforts gained momentum following the recent proceedings at the Special Criminal Court, where Declan Brady, Mr. Nobody, a significant figure within the Kinahan Cartel, pleaded guilty. Brady's admission implicated him in supporting the gang responsible for the targeted killing of Noel Duck Egg Kerwin on December 22, 2016. Currently, Daniel Kinahan, his brother Christopher, and their close associate Sean McGovern remain elusive in the Middle East. McGovern is sought in connection with Kerwin's murder, and a comprehensive file detailing the allegations against Daniel Kinahan has been forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecutions. The intricate coordination between Irish and Dubai law enforcement underscores the global commitment to apprehend and bring these individuals to justice. As authorities continue to tighten the net around the Kinahan Cartel, the collaborative efforts signify a united front against transnational criminal networks. Detective Chief Superintendent Seamus Boland, leading the Garda National Drugs and Organised Crime Bureau, has officially confirmed the forthcoming visit of the Garda investigation team to the UAE. This exchange of investigative efforts underscores the ongoing commitment to fostering a positive and collaborative relationship between Irish law enforcement and their counterparts in the UAE. DEET. Chief Supt. Boland emphasized the continuous improvement in collaboration and expressed optimism about reciprocal visits, anticipating the arrival of UAE colleagues in Ireland in the near future. Reflecting on the operational outcomes, Boland noted a significant reduction in the capabilities of the Kinahan organization, attributing it to sustained law enforcement efforts. While acknowledging that the group's impact on Ireland has significantly diminished, he stressed that the threat posed by the Kinahan Cartel persists. Boland highlighted the transformation of the Kinahan Group from its 2016-2017 iteration, emphasizing that while it no longer exists in its previous form, its deep-rooted connections to international networks sustain its influence. An extensive investigation file, meticulously compiled over several years, is currently under scrutiny by legal authorities. The assessment aims to determine the sufficiency of evidence for potential prosecution, underscoring the intricate and persistent efforts to dismantle the remnants of the Kinahan Cartel. Detective Chief Superintendent Seamus Boland, overseeing a team that collaborates closely with Garda Divisions, Revenue, and the Criminal Assets Bureau, highlighted the enhanced capabilities resulting from strengthened global law enforcement relationships. Emphasizing a broadened perspective beyond Ireland's borders, Boland outlined the pursuit of decision-makers residing outside the jurisdiction. He underscored the significant achievements in apprehending individuals previously deemed untouchable within organized crime circles, citing the unparalleled capabilities of Garda Síochána and their extensive experience collaborating with international law enforcement partners. Boland affirmed the commitment to addressing serious organized crime on a global scale, irrespective of the locations of those involved. This comprehensive approach extends to pursuing individuals engaged in criminal activities in Europe, the Middle East, or Australia. The Garda National Drugs and Organised Crime Bureau, GNDOCB, is currently immersed in 15 national priority investigations, with a primary focus on drug trafficking gangs and entities involved in money laundering. Boland's remarks underscore the proactive and expansive efforts undertaken by audacious to combat transnational organized crime networks. Within this intensified global strategy, the Garda National Drugs and Organized Crime Bureau, GNDOCB, aims to dismantle criminal networks involved in drug trafficking and money laundering. Detective Chief Superintendent Seamus Boland highlighted the adaptability of audacious in tackling serious organized crime, regardless of the geographical locations of these illicit activities. With an unwavering commitment to pursuing those responsible for crimes on an international scale, the GNDOCB exemplifies the force's dedication to dismantling criminal enterprises and disrupting their operations. Boland acknowledged the evolving nature of criminal enterprises, emphasizing the need for law enforcement to stay ahead in terms of capabilities and collaborative efforts. By fostering positive relationships with law enforcement agencies globally, audacious has positioned itself as a formidable force against organized crime. The comprehensive approach involves not only addressing immediate threats within Ireland, but also targeting decision-makers and influential figures residing beyond national borders. As the Garda continues to work in collaboration with international partners, the collective efforts underscore a determination to bring those involved in serious organized crime to justice, regardless of their locations. The ongoing investigations and strategic priorities set by the GNDOCB reflect a commitment to proactively combating transnational criminal networks and safeguarding communities from the far-reaching impact of organized crime. Terry Adams, Tommy Adams, and Patsy Adams, born to Irish parents along with 8 other siblings, grew up in Barnsbury, Islington. During the 1980s, the trio established the Syndicate, with Terry as the leader, Tommy as the financier, and Patsy as the enforcer. While Terry resided in Barnsbury, the organization's base was in Clerkenwell. The gang's activities expanded to include drug trafficking, hijacking gold bullion shipments, and involvement in security fraud, among other illicit pursuits. The syndicate also developed alleged connections to corrupt metropolitan police officers, and there were suspicions of influence reaching a British Conservative MP. Rival gang members posed a significant threat, resulting in altercations such as the shooting of Mad Frankie Fraser from the Richardson gang in July 1991. The Adams family was suspected of ordering the shooting, although Fraser claimed he had been targeted by rogue police officers. Stay tuned as we explore the depths of the Adams family's criminal enterprise, unraveling their connections, crimes, and the impact of their reign on Britain's criminal landscape. The families associated with various crime organizations, particularly South American drug cartels, have a deep-rooted connection to criminal activities. In the case of Tommy Adams, he faced imprisonment for charges related to money laundering and a drug plot that, interestingly, was described as not sanctioned by his brothers. During an 18-month surveillance operation by MI5, Terry Adams was recorded discussing his brother, suggesting that their meetings were kept to a minimum in 1998. Despite law enforcement's efforts, the Adams family seemed untouchable, with police, Crown Prosecution Service staff, and jurors allegedly being bribed and intimidated. This led to not guilty verdicts against the gang members, creating a perception that they had undermined the justice system. Tommy Adams gained public attention during a 2004 trial when he was reported to have attended a meeting in 2002 at the request of former football international Kenny Dalglish. This meeting involved a high-profile deal related to Winslow-based sports agency Proactive, headed by local businessman Paul Stretford. Adams was allegedly hired during the deal to secure Proactive's exclusive management rights to footballer Wayne Rooney. In a shocking turn of events in February 2010, a 38-year-old man claiming to be Terry Adams's nephew, Stephen Marshall, was convicted in the Jigsaw murder case. The trial revealed that Marshall had disposed of 4 bodies for the Adams family, earning him a sentence of at least 36 years in prison. In 2014, Tommy Adams and 13 other individuals believed to be affiliated with the Clerkenwell crime syndicate were arrested in a police operation named Octopus. The operation uncovered designer watches, 6 shotguns, and large sums of money in addresses across the city. The arrests marked a significant development in the ongoing saga of the Adams family's criminal activities. The arrests made were connected to a range of serious charges, including conspiracy to assault, money laundering, fraud, and revenue offenses. The Clerkenwell crime syndicate, to which the arrested individuals individuals were linked, was alleged to be one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the United Kingdom. Media reports estimated their collective wealth to be as high as 200 million. Reports suggest that the influence of the Clerkenwell crime syndicate began to decline from 2000 onwards, with elite information from police officers indicating that the family had been falsely credited with certain acts. Despite such claims, the Metropolitan Police took the alleged crimes of the Adams family seriously. They engaged a Crown Prosecution Service-led team of detectives and MI5 to investigate, treating the Adams family's activities akin to a mafia-like cartel. This underscores the severity and complexity of the criminal allegations against the family. The arrests carried out were part of a broader investigation into the Clerkenwell crime syndicate, an organization that had gained notoriety for its involvement in a wide range of criminal activities. The charges brought against the arrested individuals included conspiracy to assault, money laundering, fraud, and revenue offenses, pointing to the syndicate's alleged engagement in complex and illicit financial operations. Widely regarded as one of the most potent criminal organizations in the United Kingdom, the Clerkenwell crime syndicate was reported to have amassed a substantial collective wealth, with estimates reaching up to 200 million. This significant financial influence underscored the scale and impact of their alleged criminal operations. Media reports, however, indicated a decline in the syndicate's influence, starting around the year 2000. Despite this, law enforcement took the accusations against the Adams family seriously. Elite information from police sources suggested that the family had been wrongly attributed to certain criminal acts. Nevertheless, the severity of the charges prompted the Metropolitan Police to assemble a specialized team involving the Crown Prosecution Service, detectives, and MI5 to investigate the Adams family as if they were a mafia-like cartel. This comprehensive and coordinated effort aimed to uncover the truth behind the alleged criminal empire associated with the Adams family, demonstrating the gravity of the charges and the determination of law enforcement to address organized crime at its highest levels. Patsy Adams, born on the 2nd of February 1956 in London, earned early recognition in the city's underworld through his use of high-speed motorcycles and involvement in gangland murders. He garnered suspicion in connection with at least 25 organized crime-related deaths over a 3-year period. In the 1970s, Patsy received a 7-year prison sentence for armed robbery. One of his notable criminal involvements was in a 1991 murder attempt on Frankie Frazier. As per an account, he assaulted Frazier's son, David Frazier, with a knife during a drug deal, resulting in the severing of part of David's ear. In 2001, Patsy claimed to be living in exile in Spain, within a heavily secured walled village, equipped with surveillance cameras. Patsy Adams, along with his wife, became wanted in connection with an attempted murder in Clerkenwell, London, on the 27th of December 2013. They were later apprehended in Amsterdam on the 7th of August 2015. Patsy Adams admitted to shooting Paul Tiernan, but was cleared of attempted murder when the victim refused to cooperate with the police. He pleaded guilty to causing grievous bodily harm with intent at Woolwich Crown Court and received a 9-year sentence in 2016. In a subsequent police search of Adams' residence days after the shooting, a handwritten note from Mr. Tiernan was discovered, expressing his refusal to betray his principles. The note stated, "I ate no grass, and urged Adams to confront him." In a 2020 interview, Paul Tiernan revealed that Adams had been released from prison earlier that year. In conclusion, the Adams family crime syndicate, led by Terry Adams, along with his brothers Tommy and Patsy, left an indelible mark on Britain's criminal landscape. Their reign of terror, spanning 3 decades, was marked by allegations of involvement in numerous crimes, including drug trafficking, hijacking, and security fraud. The organization, rooted in Clerkenwell, gained notoriety for its influence, with media reports estimating their collective wealth at up to $200 million. Despite the notorious reputation, the Adams family managed to evade convictions, leading to speculations that they had undermined the justice system, earning them the moniker Untouchables. The alleged connections to corrupt police officers, Crown Prosecution Service staff, and jurors further fueled suspicions of their ability to manipulate the legal system. Individual family members, such as Patsy Adams, played distinct roles in the criminal enterprise, with his involvement in gangland murders and a myriad of criminal activities. His legal troubles, including a prison sentence for armed robbery and a later conviction for causing grievous bodily harm with intent, showcased the challenges authorities faced in bringing bring the family to justice. The Addams family's criminal legacy and the intricacies of their connections with various crime organizations, coupled with their ability to navigate the legal system, paint a complex picture of organized crime in Britain. While their influence may have waned in the 21st century, the Addams family remains a significant chapter in the annals of British criminal history. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to leave your comments in the section below.
The complex realm of crime, a fascinating history unfolds, entwining the notorious Kinahan Cartel and the enigmatic connection to football legend Steven Gerrard. At the helm of this criminal empire, we find Liam Byrne, a figure shrouded in both fear and fascination. As the pieces come together, a tale of power, influence, and the blurred lines between the underworld and the world of sports emerges. From the shadowy dealings of the Kinahan Cartel to the whispered whispers of their involvement with Gerrard, each revelation unveils a web of intrigue that transcends the boundaries of law and order. This exciting history, filled with unexpected twists and shocking revelations, leaves us in awe of the intricate connections and dark forces at play. As the truth slowly surfaces, the world holds its breath, awaiting the ultimate revelation in the unveiling of Kinahan Steven Gerrard's biggest mystery, a chapter that forever alters the landscape of crime and sport. For years, rumors and whispers have circulated, hinting at a secret alliance between the notorious criminal organization and the revered former Liverpool captain. As investigators dig deeper into this intriguing puzzle, they uncover a web of secrets, blurred lines between sports and illicit activities, and a tale that transcends the boundaries of both the pitch and the underworld. With each revelation, the curtain lifts, slowly unraveling the truth behind Kinahan Steven Gerrard's biggest mystery, leaving us in awe of the intricate connections and unexpected twists that lie beneath the surface. Liam Byrne is a notorious figure in the criminal underworld, known as the boss of the Kinahan Cartel. With a reputation for being a shrewd and powerful leader, Byrne has become a central figure in the world of organized crime. As the head of the Kinahan Cartel, he commands a vast criminal empire involved in various illicit activities, including drug trafficking, arms smuggling, and money laundering. Byrne's rise to power within the cartel has been marked by his strategic thinking, ruthless tactics, and ability to maintain a tight grip over his criminal network. His influence extends not only within the organization, but also into the wider criminal landscape, making him a figure of both fear and fascination. Understanding the enigmatic persona of Liam Byrne is crucial to unraveling the mysteries and controversies surrounding the Kinahan Cartel and its alleged connections to high-profile individuals such as Steven Gerrard. The Kinahan Cartel has gained notoriety as one of the most powerful and ruthless criminal organizations in recent times. Originating in Ireland, the cartel has extended its reach globally, engaging in various illicit activities such as drug trafficking, money laundering, and organized violence. With a sophisticated network and a reputation for violence, the Kinahan Cartel has managed to establish a stronghold in the criminal underworld. Understanding the cartel's history is essential to grasp the magnitude of its operations and the influence they wield. From humble beginnings to international prominence, tracing the roots of the Kinahan Cartel sheds light on their rise to power and the intricate web they've woven within the world of crime. Exploring their history unveils a complex narrative of alliances, rivalries, and a relentless pursuit of dominance in the criminal landscape. One of the most interesting aspects of the Kinahan Cartel saga revolves around its alleged connection to renowned footballer Steven Gerrard. Rumors and speculation have circulated for years, hinting at a mysterious link between Gerrard and the criminal underworld. In this segment, we delve into the intriguing revelations surrounding this connection. We explore the various theories and evidence put forth, attempting to shed light on whether Gerrard's name is truly intertwined with the Kinahan Cartel or if it is merely a product of wild conjecture. Through careful examination of testimonies, reports, and the wider context, we aim to uncover the truth behind this enigmatic relationship, leaving no stone unturned in the pursuit of understanding the magnitude of Kinahan Steven Gerrard's biggest mystery. One of the key aspects to unravel in the Kinahan Stephen Gerrard biggest mystery is the influence and power wielded by Liam Byrne within the notorious Kinahan Cartel. Liam Byrne has long been associated with the criminal organization and is believed to hold a prominent position within its ranks. His authority and control extend over various aspects of the cartel's operations, from drug trafficking to money laundering. Understanding Byrne's role and the extent of his power is crucial to comprehending the dynamics of the organization and its potential involvement with Stephen Gerrard. By delving into Byrne's history, connections, and activities, we can gain valuable insights into the inner workings of the Kinahan Cartel and shed light on the enigma surrounding their alleged association with the football legend. In the realm of Kinahan Stephen Gerrard's biggest mystery, one question looms large. Is the iconic footballer truly involved, or is it mere speculation? As the investigation unfolds, the focus shifts to unraveling the truth behind Stephen Gerrard's alleged connection to the Kinahan Cartel. This segment delves into the existing evidence, testimonies, and rumors surrounding Gerrard's involvement, aiming to separate fact from fiction. It explores various perspectives, analyzing the credibility of the claims and examining any potential motives that may have led to his name being entangled in the web of this notorious criminal organization. Amidst the speculation and uncertainty, uncovering the truth surrounding Gerrard's role in this mystery becomes a fascinating pursuit, captivating the attention of those intrigued by the intersection of sports and crime. In the realm of uncovering Kinahan's Stephen Gerrard's biggest mystery, one crucial aspect lies in examining the key players involved and the testimonies they provide. These individuals hold valuable insights and information that can shed light on the truth behind the enigma. From law enforcement officials and confidential informants to associates within the Kinahan Cartel, their testimonies offer glimpses into the intricate web of connections and events surrounding the case. Each testimony brings forth a unique perspective, revealing fragments of the puzzle and potentially implicating or exonerating those involved. Through careful analysis and cross-referencing, these testimonies become essential pieces in the quest to unravel the truth and uncover the hidden layers of the Stephen Gerrard mystery. The alleged connection between Stephen Gerrard and the Kinahan Cartel has undoubtedly had a significant impact on both his reputation and career. As a highly respected and celebrated figure in the world of football, Gerrard has always been regarded as a role model and an icon. However, the mere association with an organized crime syndicate raises serious questions and casts a shadow of doubt over his character. The accusations have led to intense media scrutiny, public speculation, and tarnishing of his previously untarnished image. Gerrard's endorsements, sponsorships, and opportunities outside of football may also be affected, as companies and brands may be hesitant to associate their names with someone potentially linked to criminal activities. While the full extent of the impact remains to be seen, it is clear that these allegations have had a profound effect on Stephen Gerrard's reputation and have the potential to shape the trajectory of his career going forward. The legacy of Kinahan Stephen Gerrard's biggest mystery is one that continues to captivate and intrigue both true crime enthusiasts and football fans alike. This enigmatic case, shrouded in speculation and unanswered questions, has left a lasting impact on the reputations of those involved. The mere association of Stephen Gerrard's name with the notorious Kinahan Cartel has cast a shadow over his otherwise illustrious career. While the truth remains elusive, the legacy of this mystery serves as a reminder of the complex and often interconnected nature of crime and celebrity, leaving a lasting imprint on the world of both sports and criminal investigations. As the investigation persists and more revelations come to light, the legacy of Kinahan Stephen Gerrard's biggest mystery will undoubtedly leave an indelible mark on the collective memory of those who follow the intricate webs of crime and celebrity.
The clock is ticking, and the Kinahan Cartel is under pursuit. Authorities such as the Garda, the UK's National Crime Agency, the EU's Agency for Law Enforcement Cooperation, and the US State Department are collaborating in the search. With a $15 million bounty for information about them, the cartel seems to have disappeared without a trace. As their assets are frozen, global authorities are intensifying efforts to locate them. Welcome to the narcotic underworld, where we thoroughly investigate the facts and guide you through the journey of the notorious Kinahan Cartel. Comparable to Mexico's Los Zetas or Italy's Camorra Mafia, the cartel's influence spans from South American coke plantations to Ireland, Spain's Costa del Sol, the UK, and the desert oasis of Dubai. Operating a thriving underworld trafficking trade for 4 decades, the billion-pound cartel has flooded numerous countries with drugs, weapons, and violence. Allegedly involved with Lebanon's Hezbollah and Mexico's Sinaloa cartel, the Kinahan Cartel faces increased pressure with U.S. Treasury sanctions and frozen assets. Despite speculations that the kingpin, Daniel Kinahan, is hiding in Iran, where there's no extradition treaty with the U.S. and Ireland, the cartel continues to operate. The question remains, how long will they stay hidden, and where are they truly hiding? To comprehend the Kinahan's nature and the events that triggered international concern, we must explore deeper. Understanding the men behind the Kinahan Cartel and the specific incidents that escalated their notoriety is crucial. These details not only shed light on the past, but also offer insights into the potential whereabouts of the Kinahan Cartel. Let's embark on the journey of Christy Kinahan Sr. Christy Kinahan's story unfolds from a small-time crook to a formidable drug lord, beginning in the 1970s when heroin inundated the streets of Dublin. The Duns, Ireland's leading crime gang, dominated the drug trade, but a young and ambitious Christy Kinahan from Finglas sought to claim his share. Born to a middle-class family, educated in top Irish schools, Christy had every advantage but chose a life of crime. In the 1970s, he was a kickboxing champion and gained notoriety for burglary, forgery, theft, and property crimes. His criminal activities escalated, and by 1986, he, along with his associate Thomas Kavanagh, entered the narcotics trade. Christy was arrested at his father's funeral procession in 1986, charged with a significant heroin possession. During his 6-year sentence, he learned Russian and Spanish, establishing connections that would later aid his criminal endeavors. Upon release, he moved to Amsterdam, a European drug hub, and set up a smuggling enterprise, trafficking cocaine and weed into Ireland and the UK. Christy expanded the operation internationally, engaging in money laundering, drugs, and weapons trade. He harbored resentment against former underling Raymond Salinger, whom he blamed for his earlier imprisonment. In 2003, Salinger became the first victim of the Kinahan Cartel, allegedly ordered by Christy's son, Daniel. Christy moved his operations to Spain's Costa del Sol, involving his teenage sons, Daniel and Christy Jr. The cartel's influence reached South America, the Middle East, and Europe, making them a one-stop shop for narcotics, money laundering, and arms. Despite arrests in 2010, the Spanish prosecutions collapsed, allowing the Kinahans to continue their illegal empire. Christy Kinahan Sr., known as the Dapper Dawn, controlled the cartel but eventually passed the reins to his sons. Daniel Kinahan emerged as the leader, managing the cartel's affairs and denying involvement in criminal activities. He gained influence in the boxing world, establishing the MTK Global Company. Despite various allegations and arrests, Daniel remains unconvicted. Christopher Kinahan Jr. maintains a low profile since the Regency Hotel assault. The Spanish police have named him in money laundering networks linked to the Kinahan crime group. He claims legitimacy as a businessman, distancing himself from criminal activities. The Kinahan Cartel, with its intricate network, faces global law enforcement scrutiny, but the leaders continue to evade significant convictions. The intricate details of the cartel's activities, including the Regency Hotel assault and other criminal endeavors, unfold as authorities pursue justice against the Kinahans. The Kinahan Cartel has garnered extensive notoriety, capturing the attention of law enforcement agencies worldwide. Renowned for its sophisticated operations, utilization of encrypted communication systems, vast network of associates, and adept money laundering techniques. The cartel employs contract killers to eliminate rival gang members or perceived threats to its enterprise. According to a European Union-funded investigation, the cartel's operations center around a web of front companies, playing a pivotal role in facilitating the trafficking of heroin, cocaine, and various illicit drugs. These entities also serve as conduits for contraband movement and money laundering, employing a strategy reminiscent of organized crime syndicates like the mafia. Additionally, real estate investments are strategically utilized to conceal illicit assets. The cartel's penchant for violence is highlighted in a report by the European Monitoring Center for Drugs and Drug Addiction, linking the Kinahan Cartel to 20 murders across Belgium, Ireland, the Netherlands, and Spain. The investigation reveals Daniel Kinahan's involvement in establishing several companies in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, particularly Dubai. This venture, conducted with local authorities' blessing, involves at least 2 intermediaries assuming ownership of significant stakes in these businesses. In the UAE, the Kinahan brothers diversified into various industries, including food, clothing, textiles, business services, management, and aviation consultancy. Leveraging the business-friendly tax policies in the Emirates' free zones, they expanded their global reach. Leaked records further unveil undisclosed connections between MTK Global, a global boxing promotion firm, and Dooku Consultancy, a crucial Kinahan-affiliated company subjected to U.S. sanctions. The leaked records provide insights into the intricate web of Kinahan's global activities, shedding light on previously undisclosed connections and ventures. The Kinahan Cartel's far-reaching impact on law enforcement agencies underscores the challenges authorities face in curbing its influence. The Hutch-Kinahan feud catapulted the Kinahan Cartel into the global spotlight, shedding light on their notorious penchant for violence and murders to assert dominance. This chain of violent events not only reverberated across Ireland, but also accelerated international investigations against the cartel. The origins of this rivalry trace back to the seemingly amicable relations between Gary Hutch, the nephew of notorious crime boss Jerry the Monk Hutch, and the Kinahan Cartel. Gary, a senior member of the cartel and a close friend of Daniel Kinahan, raised suspicions among gang members when the Spanish police raided the gang's enterprise, and Gary was conveniently in Holland at the time. The tensions escalated during the funeral of Christy Kinahan's first wife, Jean Bolan, where a graffiti message accused Gary of betrayal. This incident set the stage for a fiery and explosive feud that unfolded dramatically. In an attempt on Daniel Kinahan's life on August 4, 2014, orchestrated by Gary Hutch, a botched hit resulted in an innocent boxer, Jamie Moore, being shot. The aftermath involved negotiations between Gary Hutch and his uncle, the Monk, leading to a supposed settlement. However, Daniel wasn't ready to let go of the vendetta. In September 2015, Gary returned to Spain, believing the hatchet was buried, but Daniel Kinahan had other plans. A hitman targeted Gary as he returned to his apartment, resulting in his fatal shooting on September 25, 2015. Despite appeals for non-retaliation, the feud escalated with more attacks on members of both gangs. The most notorious of these attacks was the 2016 Regency Hotel shooting, where men disguised as members of the Garda Shack's emergency response unit stormed a boxing weigh-in, targeting Daniel Kinahan. While Daniel escaped, his associate David Byrne fell victim to the orchestrated assault. The Regency Hotel shooting became a chilling symbol of the brutal feud, capturing global attention and emphasizing the Kinahan Cartel's brazen acts of violence. The incident unfolded with a sense of urgency and chaos, as captured in the intense audio clips. The urgency and tension in the voices suggested an ongoing crisis, with someone desperately calling out for updates and clarification. The mention of someone trying to get out, being stuck, and driving down in a van added to the suspense, indicating a critical situation unfolding. The mention of "they're down there with things" hinted at a potentially dangerous scenario, possibly involving weapons or other illicit activities. The urgency in the voices and the reference to being stuck down there suggested a high-stakes situation with potential consequences. This incident marked a turning point in the Irish gangland, triggering an all-out gang war and prompting accelerated police investigations. The repercussions were far-reaching, claiming 18 lives and exposing the Kinahan Cartel's international operations. Daniel Kinahan's escape to Dubai, where he joined Christie Sr. and Jr., didn't bring peace to Dublin, as retaliatory attacks continued. The gang feud, combined with international investigations and sanctions, dealt significant blows to the Kinahan Cartel. Key members, including Thomas Kavanagh and Johnny Cash Morrissey, were arrested, and the cartel faced increased scrutiny. The U.S. Treasury's sanctions, a $5 million bounty on key figures, and freezing of assets by the UAE authorities intensified the pressure. Despite efforts to legitimize their activities through sports promotion and legal fronts, the Kinahans faced growing legal challenges. The tweet by Tyson Fury, praising Daniel Kinahan for his role in a boxing match, inadvertently drew attention to his involvement in high-profile events, further complicating the situation. The arrests of key cartel members and associates, along with mounting evidence tying the Kinahans to various criminal activities, set the stage for legal action. The prospect of charges for directing an organized crime gang, involvement in feud-related killings, drug trafficking, and weapons importation looms large. The encrypted BlackBerry devices seized in previous operations provided crucial evidence linking the Kinahans to attempted hits, drug distribution, and murder plots. As the Kinahans attempt to evade legal consequences, speculation surrounds their whereabouts. Daniel's reported escape to Iran, historical visits to the Middle East, and potential presence in Dubai raise questions about their ability to avoid prosecution. The unfolding legal drama and the international spotlight on the Kinahan Cartel continue to captivate public attention and law enforcement efforts. The question remains, how long can the Kinahans elude the reach of the law? The answer may unfold as legal proceedings progress and international cooperation intensifies. This notorious criminal organization, with its complex history and international reach, has become a symbol of power, ruthlessness, and criminal ingenuity in the shadowy realm of organized crime. Operating seamlessly on an international scale, the Kinahan Cartel has etched an indelible mark on the world of crime, its influence extending far beyond borders. This notorious criminal organization has become a focal point for global law enforcement agencies, drawing attention for its involvement in a spectrum of illicit activities, ranging from drug trafficking to intricate money laundering schemes. The Kinahan Cartel's seamless operation across borders underscores its status as a transnational criminal network. The organization's reach has facilitated its engagement in criminal enterprises on a global scale, posing a formidable challenge for law enforcement agencies worldwide. One of the hallmarks of the Kinahan Cartel's criminal portfolio is its extensive involvement in drug trafficking. The organization's intricate network has allowed it to navigate international drug trade routes, contributing to the proliferation of illicit substances across diverse regions. The far-reaching impact of the Kinahan Cartel's criminal endeavors has made it a prime target for global law enforcement. Collaborative efforts among international agencies have intensified as they seek to unravel the complex web woven by the cartel, with a shared goal of bringing its key members to justice. The global attention on the Kinahan Cartel reflects a collective determination to hold criminal enterprises accountable for their actions. As efforts to combat the cartel intensify, the world watches closely, emphasizing the importance of international collaboration in tackling the challenges posed by organized crime. Garda efforts to bring senior Kinahan Cartel members to justice have reached a critical juncture. Justice Minister Helen McEntee is anticipated to seek cabinet approval to initiate formal extradition negotiations with the United Arab Emirates, UAE. The move comes as a response to the belief that key figures, including brothers Daniel Kinahan and Christie Kinahan Jr., are running their international drug-dealing operation from Dubai. Adding intrigue to the narrative is the previous visit of Dubai police to Dublin for meetings with Gardaí on the Kinahan gang crackdown. This diplomatic exchange signifies a collaborative effort between Irish and UAE authorities to tackle the transnational criminal activities orchestrated by the Kinahan Cartel. Against the backdrop of political tension in Ireland, Justice Minister McEntee is navigating a complex landscape. Her quest for cabinet approval coincides with a Dáil vote on her future, prompted by Sinn Féin's motion of no confidence. Nevertheless, it is expected that McEntee will survive the motion, allowing her to proceed with extradition talks with the UAE. McEntee's proposal includes seeking approval to open formal negotiations on new extradition and mutual legal assistance treaties with the UAE. While talks may extend over a year, arrests can be made during negotiations. The minister emphasizes that such treaties would be of significant support to Gardaí in combating organized crime and drug trafficking gangs. Recognizing the complexities of extraditing criminals with international reach, the Irish government is actively seeking insights from other European Union (EU) member states that have successfully negotiated with the United Arab Emirates (UAE). Drawing from the experiences of nations within the EU, known for their effective extradition processes, Ireland aims to construct a robust framework for cooperation with the UAE. Several EU member states have established extradition treaties with the UAE, showcasing a successful framework for collaboration. Countries like the United Kingdom, Germany, and France have navigated the intricacies of international law and diplomacy to ensure that criminals are brought to justice, regardless of geographical boundaries. The proposed extradition treaties between Ireland and the UAE are designed to be modeled after existing EU agreements. This approach ensures that bilateral cooperation forms the core of the legal framework. By aligning with established EU practices, Ireland seeks to streamline the extradition process, making it more efficient and effective. The primary objective of these extradition treaties is to prevent the creation of safe havens for criminals. Modeled after successful EU agreements, the treaties will include provisions that eliminate potential escape routes for individuals involved in organized crime. This collaborative effort between Ireland and the UAE underscores a commitment to closing legal loopholes that could allow criminals to evade justice. By aligning with the EU's experiences, Ireland aims to ensure consistency and legal certainty in the extradition process. The adoption of proven practices minimizes the risk of legal complications and challenges. This strategic approach not only facilitates smoother negotiations, but also reinforces the credibility of the extradition system. Negotiating with the UAE requires a delicate balance of diplomatic finesse and legal expertise. Ireland, learning from EU counterparts, aims to bring together a team of experts who can navigate the intricate details of international law. This collaborative approach enhances the likelihood of successful negotiations and the subsequent implementation of effective extradition procedures. The experiences of EU member states serve as a blueprint for crafting a comprehensive framework that addresses the nuances of extraditing criminals from the UAE. This framework includes provisions for mutual legal assistance, ensuring that information and evidence crucial for prosecution can be seamlessly exchanged between nations. As the Irish government leans on the experiences of other EU member states, it reflects a commitment to a unified approach to global justice. By leveraging proven practices and learning from successful extradition cases within the EU, Ireland aims to strengthen its collaborative efforts with the UAE. The ultimate goal is to create a framework that not only brings Kinahan Cartel members to justice, but also serves as a model for international collaboration in combating transnational organized crime. The developments in these extradition negotiations will undoubtedly shape the future landscape of global law enforcement cooperation. Minister McEntee asserts the importance of criminals realizing there is no hiding place from the law. The proposed treaties aim to bring those at the top of organized crime to justice and emphasize the government's commitment to building safer, stronger communities. In a significant move, the U.S. government has offered a $5 million reward for information leading to the arrest of Kinahan Cartel leaders. This international collaboration underscores the gravity of the situation and the collective determination to dismantle the criminal organization. As Helen McEntee deftly maneuvers through the intricate landscape of Irish politics, her pursuit of approval for extradition talks with the UAE marks a pivotal chapter in the ongoing saga to bring the Kinahan Cartel to justice. The intensified efforts, characterized by a delicate interplay of diplomatic exchanges and strategic legal maneuvers, underscore a unified commitment of the international community against the scourge of organized crime. The collaborative endeavor between Ireland and the UAE stands as a testament to the collective will of nations to combat organized crime. Helen McEntee's pursuit of extradition talks sends a resounding message that the global community is resolute in its determination to ensure that those involved in criminal enterprises face the full consequences of their actions. In the heart of this pursuit lies a careful blend of diplomacy and legal precision. Negotiating the complexities of extradition requires not only political acumen, but also a deep understanding of international legal frameworks. By leveraging the experiences of EU member states, Ireland aims to craft a strategy that is both effective and consistent with established practices. The unfolding developments in this high-stakes saga are poised to reshape the landscape of future extradition proceedings involving global criminal networks. The success of this collaborative effort could set a precedent for international cooperation, establishing a template for dealing with transnational organized crime in the years to come. As this narrative continues to evolve, staying informed becomes crucial. Future updates on the progress of extradition talks, diplomatic breakthroughs, and legal milestones will offer insights into the effectiveness of international collaboration in combating criminal enterprises. Be sure to stay tuned for these developments. For those new to this channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like the video to stay informed about the latest updates on this unfolding saga. Your support ensures that you don't miss out on insightful analyses and critical updates as the pursuit of justice against the Kinahan Cartel unfolds on the global stage. The collective effort to bring these criminals to justice remains a beacon of hope for a world united against the threats posed by organized crime.